When's it time to buy the falling knife? Now, a couple weeks ago, we talked about Archegos that blow up and the holdings that rapidly were sold off by Credit Suisse, Goldman Sachs, and a few others. So we saw a massive liquidation on a Friday. It's about 2 weeks ago. And the question is do you buy the falling knife, or when do you know it's time to get back in? And the reason why I say when do you know is because the reason why it sold off, and I guess you could make the argument as well, is the only reason why it went up is because of all the leverage. But if you look at it on the fact of these liquidations that happened, does that really hurt the overall company? Was that issue before the same issue now that makes the valuation of the company different? I would say no. And we saw some massive liquidations in some stocks. So today, we saw one specifically that I'm going to share with you that looks to be where the resurrection of this stock is possibly coming, and we can see some more upside in the short term. So my name is Joshua Belanger of Countervest, and we're going to talk about VIPs. So VIPS here was one that went from 46 and to 29. So as I said, you can make the argument about, was this whole massive move higher here, really part of the company? We could debate that maybe another day. But what we have here is a liquidation. We have implied volatility spiking. So sometimes people would like to sell puts on these massive liquidations, and possibly, and obviously, this would be the case where this worked out. I'm going to say selling puts blindly like this because implied volatility is a recipe for disaster. I've had my biggest loss selling puts, and this was a couple years ago. It was in 2010, and you just can't blindly sell puts and think that you're just going to make money because while you may collect money over time, it's the one trade that really wipes you out. So this would be one, and managing it could have worked out, and it would have worked out. But what we see here is that for those traders, they say, wow, Josh, this is a triple bottom here. Could be, possibly, support, who knows. But what we see here is that it's starting to lift up and starting to retrace some of this move here. So this is called price discovery. Nothing new there. You guys are smart. You all know that. What we're seeing here in the April 7s that expire next Friday. So now we're coming into the weekend. I'm going to have to get off here in a second to enjoy my margarita. Yes, the jalapeno margarita is the one. But I can't have too many. I have a presentation tomorrow. So I'll tell you about that in a second. So April 30th, 2 days to, over the weekend, you have expiration. Or, not expiration. You have decay for 2 weeks, and then you have 5 days of trading. So these are very short term. We'll have to see what sticks on here. But these 31.5s were traded 10,000 contracts. The ones that crossed my system specifically that I had noted or saw were the 33 calls here that were out of the money. Now, to me, this is a little bit of a gamble here. And the reason why is because as this increases higher, that volatility is going to come out of it. So to me, it would be looking to something in the something out into at least the May, and again, buy, sell. You can even look to do a calendar on here to buy the 33 or sell the 33 in the 30th expiration, and then maybe buy in the 14th here. So that could be something, but again, buy, sell here. You don't want to have that crush or that implied volatility come in against you. So as I said just a second ago, I have a presentation tomorrow with the Wealth 365 Summit. I'm on at 10 Eastern Time. Come join me. I'm going to talk about how to gain an edge, specifically following this type of activity, what I call hot money. So it's not, as I just got done saying, it's not, hey, just follow along. It's, yes, there are signals that are not noise in the options market. But again, just knowing that is good enough. But when it comes to trading options, it's difficult. So I'm going to talk about that in the summit tomorrow. Join me at 45 minutes, and I'm going to make you a special offer as well. Yep. Going to make an offer. So train's coming. Got to get my margarita. We'll talk to you then.